think the format's way too fast, but I'm going to keep trying them because people keep asking for them. Anyway, this is Joe Lissette's and Becky something's build. Huh. Can't believe I forgot that. I have a terrible memory. But anyway, they've both been top 8ing some paper PTQs with it. Oh, that's why I don't know, because it doesn't actually have her name on her Twitch. It's just Becky Bear. Okay, anyway. Um, so that explains why I didn't remember the last name. Anyway, um, and some of them crushed 2 weeks ago in the MTGO challenge. So I figured I'd give it a try. One of my friends is probably playing this deck, give or take, at least 70 of the cards at an upcoming tournament for a dual land. So I just wanted to take it for the ringers once. It's down to 17 lands, which I find odd. Um, Definitely done better with more lands. But we do have the London Mulligan rule now. So we have 2 different Tron pieces on 2. Don't know if that's good enough. I'm going to experiment with it, but I assume this is actually a mulligan. Because especially, like, say they're playing a discard deck or a blue deck. I also played the wrong one of those. Like, there's a good chance that the Sylvan Scrying might not be successful. And this might not have been good enough even if we knew for a fact that the Sylvan Scrying was going to get played. Both cards on bottom. This hand definitely wasn't good enough. I'm just silly. I thought this was going to be 2 Tron pieces on 2, but it's really 3. In my mind, I just blinked and viewed this as a Tron piece, and it's clearly not. What a trickster. Guess I want to play this one. Yeah, this hand was just a stone mulligan, 100%. It's okay, because it didn't matter whether we kept it or not. As I said, this style of deck is just not fast enough. So let's just pretend this forest was a tower. Hand's still just, and we're on the play. Hand's still just not close to good enough. It's like not even close to good enough. Like, killing that's probably just not even good enough here. Some modern local dope. If they cast PO, I guess I could probably go ahead and concede and save the time. But I won't. Like, they usually only have 1 or 2 ways to kill on that turn. So it could always draw an Oblivion Stone. But yeah, even if we'd untapped and played Karn, they would have been able to PO that turn, so. We'd have killed Urza. But they'd still PO'd. So I think there's a chance for us to draw 3 cards and get another turn. But there's a chance that they just kill us this turn too. Putting 7 mana in their pool, so maybe they have the Nexus. Who knows? Oh. Well, okay. It died turn 3. Pretty sure you do nothing. Pretty sure you guys do nothing. But I 100% should have mulliganed that hand, so that was poor of me. This one I will keep. This one actually is 2-on-2. I'm going to keep every 2-on-2 today just for testing. Rip. Modern! Alright, well, I won on turn 3, they won on turn 3. Next! Pretty sure I could get rid of the Ugins too. Alright, this is a mulligan. Alright, we keep. This is Tron on 3. Dump one of you. I think they could make us discard this, but let them know what we drew, but Emery, they hit pretty good. Hmm. Probably don't need that this turn. None of those are the other Tron piece we need, so I guess we'll take the Blast Zone? Question mark. Let's just take a land. At least we're unlikely to die on 3 this game. I probably should have kept this in over Ugin. Maybe I should have brought the Veils in too, but I'm never really going to have a green mana early. This over Ugin's probably pretty good. The Ugins are probably pretty bad. Wormcoils are probably pretty bad too, so maybe we just bring in the Veil Summers for the poops and giggles. Okay. Hey, Stoic Rebuttal. That's a decent one to know about. Definitely getting a tower. Definitely playing a tower. By graveyard. Hers is not bad. Feel like opponent accidentally uses that bobble. Well, actually, no, never mind. They have an Emery. They didn't accidentally use it. I forgot they had an Emery for half a second. Just kind of brain farted on that. That's a decent draw, but not a good enough draw, is it? So we'll play you and sack you. That's 1 mana gone. We still have 6, 7. We can't use an O-Stone anymore. Huh. Yeah. Huh. So another Urza would be bad for us because they could kill the Karn for free. Or everyone's supposed to just kill Urza there. Killing Urza there doesn't feel like it gets us anywhere. Wonder if I was supposed to get this. Doesn't feel like it does much either. The Karn itself dies real easy. Well, that's not particularly good for me. At least this game took some turns. Didn't feel like we were ever really in the game, though. Am I dead yet? I gotta be honest, I haven't even been looking at the screen. Okay, I'm 100% dead now. Because they can make this a million. Yeah, cutting on Oblivion Stone in this format doesn't feel right to me. These Fractus doesn't seem especially good to me either. Because I don't really know what they're good versus. They're good versus like mid-range decks and burn, but like the Prowess decks and stuff still beat this deck in my experience. And the burn deck I already thought was kind of a close match. I'll keep it. I'll keep 2 Tron pieces. So is this the Synesy version? So we had 2 draws and 2 extras, so we're 0 for 4 right now, finding a green card, Ancient Stirrings or whatever, or our other things. So we're 0 for 4 trying to draw a 1 of 12. Unfortunate. Yeah. Strikeout. Maybe these hands aren't good enough. This entire league, though, I'm going to keep 2 and see. It's a bad sign for me that they're not even looting. Guess at some point I should use this just so I can tap out. Well, hopefully we get done tap, but it's a little too late now. Because we essentially lose now. Maybe I have to go looking for the Tron piece there. Could argue that we're fair enough behind because now they just get to cycle this stuff, untap their Emery, go on about their life. Rinse, repeat, get the other 0 drop the entire time, discarding any 0 drops they draw. Maybe even putting the Mox Opal in their graveyard was bad, I guess. That's weird. Oh, here's the Urza. Oh, no, PO is even worse. Did they play a land for the turn? I wasn't paying attention. Nope. Question answered. Alright, well, they can kill Karn for sure now. Might be able to kill me. I'm not discarding 0 drops, which is weird. 0 drops out of the graveyard are 3 right now if you're Emery. There you go. Could have discarded 1 last turn. Or last trigger. Alright, so they have 2 Mox Opals now, and this is infinite. The other one gets sacked, they use it, rinse, repeat. I think they already had the 2 Mox Opals, I just wasn't really paying attention, but... Bring these in, bring these in. Don't particularly want any of you. Don't particularly want any of you. Don't really want any of you. Doubt they have counter spells, but whatever. Guess I need something to win the game. Our Karn wins the game, though. Really just don't want these Vela Summers. Nope. 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 We did it. We kept a 2-land. We kept a 2-card hand. Not really back on Tron. I just played X. I'm pretty sure Tron's completely horrible right now. I'm just playing it. Kind of proving myself right. So we didn't have 2 Tron pieces on turn 2 in any of those hands. I think all of the big mana decks are like pretty bad. I don't call Amulet Titan a big mana deck, by the way. To me, it's kind of a combo deck that can play a mid-range game. Wait, I get another turn? Awesome. Apparently, I've not pressed 6. Yeah, opponents having fun. I definitely want to play opponent's deck. I think opponent's deck is awesome. I don't think I'm good enough to play opponent's deck, especially while I'm streaming and like not focused though. It's definitely a deck that I wanted to play 7 or 8 leagues with this week. Something I was talking to Anaref about, that I wanted to play 7 or 8 leagues with just classic PO, 7 or 8 leagues with Ascendancy PO, and 7 or 8 leagues with like Harlan, Fire, Wurza. Kind of want to play a league a day with each of them, but to be honest, that just seems daunting to me. But I have a tournament coming up on November 3rd, and I feel like it's wrong of me not to play Wurza. And this is the only deck I've not really practiced, and I feel like I should start practicing it. Or that I should just be willing to skip the event, one of the two. Probably should just skip the event. Uh-oh, opponent. Pressure's on. Yeah, it's for Cab's event, November 3rd. That's what I said. That's the event I was talking about. Uh, I like Infect, and Infect would normally be on my radar, except I don't think I don't think it's, I just don't think it beats the Ren decks. I think the Ren decks are so format warping. It's got really sick to my stomach, too. What the hell? I'm slightly dizzy as well. This has happened to me 3 or 4 times over the past week, and I don't understand. It passes in like 20 minutes. I get like super dizzy and super sick to my stomach for a brief period. Generally have to lay down, it gets so bad. I think the longest this lasts is like 40 minutes maybe, but usually it's like 15 to 25, so I'll say 20. Can we concede yet? Our opponents saw 30 more cards than us. We don't talk about mono red in here, JJ. We're trying to hide the fact that I like that deck. Because right now that's the #1 deck that I would play at that event. And with only 12 creatures in it, feels it feels powerful. It feels like it can grind, but it feels just a smidge less consistent than I want for a single limb event. And we're dead on board. So next round. I've done very well with that deck though. I'm 32-8 in matches on Moto with that deck, but I've only got 2 trophies. One this season and one last season, I think. Yeah, I've only got 2 trophies in the 8 leagues, though I guess getting a 5-0 in 25% of your matches is pretty good. Obviously, the sample size is absurdly low and irrelevant. Um, Mainly because it doesn't draw a card, it doesn't have haste, it doesn't have any abilities other than providing a little bit of land. And when you get to those points of the game, you generally have enough land that it doesn't matter. I'm just not going to keep this hand. This hand's worse. Alright, well, we found a hand we're going to keep. Some people play Kiln Fiends, some people play Niv Magus Elemental, I think's what it's called. Some people play. Those are the primarily two big ones, but the ones that play cards like that have to cut cards like Bedlam Reveler and stuff because there's less instants and things in their deck. Alright, my opponent just confused me a lot. Anybody notice they got a Memnite with their Once Upon a Time and they didn't play their Memnite. So this is some kind of weird combo deck that I have no idea what is. Considering they could have played this for free and didn't. So I don't know what we're paired versus right now, but combo decks in general are very good versus this deck. None of those are what I want, so I guess I'll get the one that cantrips. I'm absolutely clueless what our opponent's playing. Right, so it's probably some kind of storm deck. Assuming Spirit Guide. Oh, it's Belcher. Oh, well, we're probably dead. What? They spent all of that and they didn't kill us? What? Big time, let's get lucky and get a land. Wasn't a land. Just gonna kill everything. I lose my expedition map here, but I get rid of their Charbelcher so they can't do anything weird. And their attacker. That was a weird game. I don't need this actually. Alright, we'll try it. Like I said, we'll keep any hand that's got two different Tron pieces this entire tournament. See how it works out. Fairly good chance at a turn 3 Tron this game because we get, the 3 draw steps plus the spear plus the stirrings. But turn 3 could very easily just be too slow versus what we're paired versus. That could also just be a Blood Moon deck. So I'm going to try to save our Chromatic Spear then. If they do play a Blood Moon, we can try to cycle into Nature's Claim if they don't play a Blood Moon. We could just cycle it next turn when we're playing the Karn. Can we just play Trinisphere? Oh, I just punted. I forgot to play my Tron piece. Oh, I'm so bad. You guys didn't see that I forgot to play my Tron piece. I promise, nobody saw that. I'll turn this into a creature in case they have some weird thing that lets them pump this a million. If I'd played right, I would have been able to get a Trinisphere this turn. I don't know that getting a Trinisphere is correct, but I could have got it. I feel like getting a Trinisphere would have been correct. They can't cast Goblin Charbelcher, so. Or, I mean, they can't activate Goblin Charbelcher. I misspoke. Can't use it. That's fine. I wonder if I was just supposed to get Microsynth Lattice that turn. Not be so focused on this. Pretty sure that locks them out of most of their plays, though. The Lattice might have did the same thing. We did it. We beat a combo deck. You can't fight the Moonlight. I do really like Infect, though. Oh wow, I didn't actually see that I was in a queue. I have a feeling that we should probably just have 4 Once Upon a Times in the deck. But I went to MTGO Go Fish and I didn't see any lists with Once Upon a Time, so I just stole Joe Lossette's build. But I have a strong feeling that not having 4 Once Upon a Times in the deck is just wrong. I have a very strong feeling of that. I don't think you cut it over any of the green cards. If I was gonna guess, I would say you trim like worm coils and frag tusks and stuff for it. It's definitely a mulligan. Down to 5. Alright, we'll keep here. So I gotta get rid of 2 of these. guess I'm supposed to get rid of the star? I'm gonna get rid of the Oblivion Stone, actually. Who knows? There might be a discard deck out there, something that we have to worry about. I've heard nothing but good things from it, but like I said, I've not actually saw it. This is the first time we've had Tron on 3. We don't have anything to go with it yet. Oh my, Gas of St. Traft. Certainly was not on my radar. Is this Mant Spirits? Playing a Worm Coil this turn better, or casting what's potentially our last stirrings? I'm just gonna go with this. Alright. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Worm Coil, but between Path of Exile and Little Teferi and stuff like that, felt like I was potentially just setting myself up to not play spells the rest of the game. Probably going to resolve, but like I said, it might get sent away on a glorious journey to exile or whatever. That seems like better than just slamming a Worm Coil. Well, they missed on Coco in a way. They still got 2 cards out of it, though, so that's nice for them. I really don't know what our opponent's playing. I've not solved this deck. I can make some assumptions on a few cards, but certainly not solve this particular build. In fact, I've not saw a Coco outside of Mant Spirits in a really long time. Yeah, they're certainly casting good stuff. Was that a great creator? Does a great creator do anything at this point in the game? It's an ensnaring bridge for later. So if I Karn plus bridge, they can still attack with this, this, and this. And Karn minuses to get the bridge. So if I Karn minus to get the bridge, they can kill this 100%. I'd still have 2 cards in my hand. If I Karn plus, I can't really protect it either, can I? They can just hit it with 6 flying still. No, they can only hit it with 5 flying, right? But they can hit it with enough flying that I can't minus it on the following turn. Alright. Just gonna build up our defenses and hope they don't have a spell queller next turn, I guess. Feels to me like their deck is certainly going to be a deck that potentially has little Teferi in it anyway. At least spell queller. Um, don't think that's good enough to play. So why do I want Blast Zone? I think if I get Blast Zone, I'll just die next turn. Yeah, but I have to untap the blast for 2. I can't just blast for 2. It requires an untap step. I don't think I get an untap step. I think I'm just dead. I'd love to clear up the board. Should have sacked this. No, I shouldn't sack that at all, actually. But the blast zone comes into play with 1 token or 1 counter, and then you have to pay, or you have to tap it to add more counters to it. Then it has to untap to like sacrifice things. That'd be a lovely card to get, but we know they have a Batter Skull in their hand. So if I just went and got Blast Zone and put it into play, I think they kill us on this attack. Because they can equip the Batter Skull to this if they want, and then they hit us with 9 flying. Whereas of right now, they can only hit us with 1 flying. Well, 2 because of the Noble, but you get the general gist of what I'm trying to say. Yeah, they got the skull when they got this. So guess I'm definitely just going to kill something. So let's say until my next turn. Sure, it says until my next turn. So I should do this precisely as possible so I can keep up mana forever. I don't think I care about exiling anything that's in play. Should have played the Oblivion Stone first, that way in case they spell quelled the Oblivion Stone, I would have been able to Karn liberated the spell queller and get my Oblivion Stone back. So I sequenced this extremely poorly. This was horrible sequencing. Definitely new to this deck. That was horrible sequencing though. I like how I called it before they played the spell queller, but like I didn't think about it quick enough, and that's a problem. So they can only attack with this at the moment. They can attack Karn down, but Karn's not super part of the game plan right now. And don't get me wrong, it's somewhat part of the game plan, it's just not super part of it. I definitely want my insurance policy, so I want to get my Oblivion Stone back if possible. Alright, we'll pass here. I'm specifically trying not to tap the peatland because if I have a card in my hand, they can attack with multiple creatures instead of just one a turn. But I'm just trying to leverage the bridge from below here with the backup Oblivion Stone if I need it. I'm kind of trying to lock them out of the game. Playing a very control-y road. I don't feel like I need to put a lot of pressure on. Just want to make sure there's never a card in my hand. I don't want to risk drawing like 2 big cards in the same turn and have to need 14 mana, because I always want to leave 5 mana up for my Oblivion Stone. So that means I've only got the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana to spend every turn. And there's a lot of high casting costs in the deck, and there's a good chance that if I'm drawing 2 and 3 cards a turn that I get stranded with an extra card in my hand one turn. When they had a lot of hurdles they had to already jump through. We got lucky and they didn't have the Spell Queller when we played the Karn. That was the big difference in that game. They did not have the Queller when we played the Karn. I think dismembers are good here, but I'm not sure what's bad here. Relic of Progenesis are probably bad. I'm not saying that my plays are correct, by the way. Like I said, I'm very new to Tron. I don't know anything about Tron. I'm just explaining my thought process and logic. If I'm wrong, feel free to tell me I'm wrong. I'm playing to learn, so like I'm not getting offended or anything. I'm just explaining. So, if you think I'm doing something wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. Or please tell me where my logic is faulty so like I can try to grow as a player. Sorry if I'm sounding kind of dismissive. I'm a good old redneck and I don't have very good people skills, but good old fashioned country boy. Pretty sure I'm just gonna get rid of the relics. well, Straffer, if it makes you feel any better, I don't really approve of them either, but I can't help where I was born and raised. The area I live in is pretty. It's just kind of boring. Definitely going to mulligan. Mulliganing any hands that don't have at least 2 Tron pieces this entire event. I've already decided that, even if it's wrong. Alright, well, we have 2 Tron pieces, so hoo-wah. We'll get rid of a Tron piece here. Wow, my neck just popped so hard. Please don't play another ghast. That is a lot of pressure. Wah, wah, wah. Well, I do have all my creature removal spells in the deck, so have that going for us. It's a pretty quick clock, too, with double hierarch. And they can still add more to the board. That's pretty nice. Red Rover, Red Rover. That is not the land that I wanted you to send on over. If they're passing here, they either have counter spells, Coco, or both. I don't want any of those, so... Really like this land. Choco! Well, at least I didn't play anything relevant after Choco. Got pretty lucky so far, and they've had 2 bad Cocos. This is one of the reasons I definitely dislike the 17 land build of this deck. Don't think we can come back from here. We're on a 2-turn, or they have us on a 2-turn clock, so. Can't think of one card in our deck. Well, they have a lot of sideboard cards. Thank you for showing us this card, though. Now we can put our nature's claims in. That doesn't do anything, does it? It's too late at this point. Well, so we side out. Pretty sure Karn's is not very easy to protect here. I think I'm going to keep this hand. Even though I said I wouldn't keep hands like this tournament, I really want this Frag Tusk versus this deck. I don't think I want to take that out. It kills Collector Ophi. We have a tower. We got a power plant. I think this art's prettier, but I'm the type of person that likes original arts. So if I was building a paper deck, I'd be picking these up. I get my cards from Mana Traders though, so I don't have a whole lot of say so in which versions I get. But I do really like the kitty. Got those nice emerald sad eyes. Well, I've not played in paper in months, but and I don't really play much modern, so don't have much of a good answer for that. We'll go ahead and grab this one in case we draw our removal for that. Takes 2 to put a counter on, so that means I have mana for this, right? Have fun, opponent. Do your worst. I'm currently working on Jund, but struggling to find people that'll trade Wrens. Yeah, Wren's pretty awesome. I want it for Legacy, too. Yeah, we'll pass here. We'll just leave this up. There's no reason to blow it now. Killing this doesn't do anything. They still just get 4 damage off that either way. Guess I'm just going to jam this. Play around the Spell Queller. It's fine. Because they can't Coco this turn, so that's not nothing. It's odd. Why'd they leave the Hierarch up? Whatever. I'm going to lead with Oblivion Stone next turn and see what happens. Well, I played things. Short of a Dampening Spear, we're in okay shape now. It's not a Dampening Spear at all. It's just another... well, it's just nothing. That card doesn't have text on it right now. To be completely honest, I thought I had 2 towers. I thought that made me 2 different sets. So poor vision and not being careful enough. That was a mistake. I legit saw that I had another mine in my hand, and I thought getting the power plant gave me 2 different sets. I don't think they play land destruction anyway, but I thought I was playing around one land destruction spell. No, I wasn't. I'm just dumb. Notice how I even played the power plant instead of mine. Okay. So I'm gonna play this too. Correct that now. Think they left a Noble Hierarch up earlier so they'd have a Path of Exile, so I assume that's getting Path to Exiled. Outside of a Coco, there's not a lot for us to worry about at the moment. JK. Bit of a problem. Were you a good draw? If so, why? Alright, at least we got half of our entry back. Urza the Planeswalker. I'm gonna keep it. My lit blind faith that this is gonna find me my second Tron piece. Bonus on a brewski. So do we have a mine? We do not have a mine. I guess we just take the tower then. shadow of doubt. No shadow of doubt. That's good for us. I have no idea what our opponent's playing. Probably should have spatial contortion that. I think it was a big mistake that I didn't. I think it's a game costing mistake that I didn't, to be honest. Like, I'll be shocked if we win this game after my mistake. Also, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't a game costing mistake. These seem good here. These feel kind of good here. Generics Fraggle Tusks don't feel too good. To be completely honest, Wormcoals don't feel particularly good either. Wonder if Nature Claims are good enough. Let's bring in two, just in case. Like, I know they have Mesmeric Orb, but I'm certainly not taking my Relic out. Relic stops the one thing from being big that he just showed us, and also stops both the 2 blue scry back, Snapcaster Mage card. I forget what it's called. I don't even remember what set it's from, but there's a 2 blue, there's a blue, Surveil 2, then buy a card. And it also stops extirpates and surgical extractions. Well, sorry, it doesn't stop extirpate, does it? Because of split second? Or can you use abilities in response to split second? I don't actually remember. But it stops quite a few of their cards. I think I'm going to get rid of the Ugins. Dark Ascension? Dark Ascension's not the card I'm talking about. I'm talking about a card that's standard legal. Now, the card I'm talking about is definitely standard legal. It's got Surveil on it. It's definitely standard legal. Standard. It's got Surveil. That means it's either guilds or this. Color blue. Show versions, non-foil. This card. Memory briefing. Yeah, mission briefing. There you go. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it's called. I just remembered what it did. But it's a pretty awesome card for them. Anyway, go back to our match. Definitely keeping this. Thank you very much. I definitely couldn't remember what it was, just what it did. Played the wrong one of these first. Awesome, they didn't hit a piece. Alright, so I'm going to pass here. Why are you probably skipping it? And because of extra pate and archive trap, I'm going to wait till my turn and activate this. And they don't get priority to surgical extraction this if I do it in that manner. So that's why I chose that ordering. It slowed us down a turn, but it stopped us from being able to get surgical. But I need a volcanic. You could be trying to win a volcanic to trade me. I think this is a very hard match for us. Guess I'm going to lead with this. I think you're just scared, George. You heard I was practicing for an event, so you don't want to show up. I understand. When I'm practicing, most people don't want to show up. Trash talk, etc. Hey, we have 7 cards left in our library. Alright, we're getting surgical. We did not get surgical. Now what? Still dismember left in our deck? Artifact Island, you say? I have no big cards left. So the only way I can win now... I can't ever grab Ugin. Ugin's not an artifact. So basically, the only way for me to win is them not draw lands and us lock them out. And then beat them down with a worm coil. This doesn't feel very likely. Actually, you can just beat them down with a lattice if they don't draw lands. Well, there's the first land. Still have time to beat them, though. Or do we? Guess we don't really have time to beat them anymore. And we have 10 million land. So let's see what's in our deck. I did not think about Nature's Claiming the Crab. That's pretty smart. I screwed that up this turn too. I could have done that this turn. Oh, that's very, very smart. We would have won this game if I'd done that. Oh, I can still kill the crab, you say? Good point. Alright. Well, we have 2 turns to attack. They can't play anything but a surgical extraction. Wait, why are we dead? We're not dead. We just win if they don't have a surgical, don't we? He could have it. He's acted like he's had it. But he might not call the right card. He may not know the deck list. So we'd have 100% won this game had I killed the crab. Because we'd have 3 more cards in our library and even 2 surgicals wouldn't be enough. So I definitely punted this game. We could still win, but I definitely threw a guaranteed win. So we're parsing through my graveyard trying to find the best thing to call. It's kind of hard to guess this one. Hers is mine. Well, we have a mine here, we have a mine here, and we have 2 mines here. So they missed on mine. Imagine spending 5 minutes on that play. That was Well, he tapped in chat that he miscounted. He can still top deck a surgical next turn and win. Stars should have been an easy hit. So they just messed up. But had I not punted, they wouldn't even have got that turn. So punts all around. You're right. Uh, it is the only white border card in our deck. Good point. 0 chance, George. I don't have a car. I kind of can't take hour trips. Alright, well, this deck was fun. We lost to 2 Urza decks, and then we beat Good Stuff, Blue Black Mill, and something. I don't even know. I'm gonna save my chest. No, I need to redeem 4 sets of Ilm 20 by I think the 18th of next month, so definitely saving all chests right now. Sorry. Actually, since somebody asked in chat, I'll open it. I normally don't open chests. I normally just sell them, but people don't normally ask. See, I'm broke. I need to sell my chests. But, why does it not show QPs anymore? Aren't QPs supposed to show under trophies? The heck? Why do QPs not show anymore? That's weird. Anyway, I'll open it because I was asked to open it. So I'll flush this $2.30 down the drain or whatever for chat. Yeah, that's the main reason I don't open chests. I don't need play points. I don't play limited, and I don't play any of the PTQs, and I don't play any of the challenges. And like you only have to go 2 and 3 in leagues to get half your money back. So like it's pretty easy to accumulate play points if you just sit down and play a tier 1 deck and focus. Oh, no, Anref, I bought, it's neither of that. I didn't sell any. I bought, what the hell? Why is the reset not working? Oh, it's because I got only foils clicked. I bought 4 sets of Eldraine to redeem. So that's why the tickets are gone. I like redemption. And the sets were like 116. So I figured I'd buy them before they moved up. I think they were 116. Yeah, they were 116.9 when I bought them. But you know, closer to redemption date, the closer the sets are going to go up. Notice they've already gone up $5. I don't know how to draft really. And I don't need any Throne of Eldraine cards. I've already got my 4 sets. I need Ilm 20 cards. I didn't redeem Ilm 20 this season. I have nothing for Ilm 20. But yeah. But no, that's what happens to the tickets, Sean. Or Anarith. We had to get our 4 sets for paper play because there's so many local standard events. No, honestly, I just wanted Oko because I think Oko's an insane card and I didn't want to spend cash. And not spending cash, this is just easier. I absolutely love this card. I think this card's awesome. By the way, I like how I say I don't play Modern. And there's like 15 Modern decks here and 3 Standard decks. Like I don't really play Standard anymore either, except on Arena. No, I don't have the Modern card pool in Moto. I use manatraders.com, where they have a variety of different programs and it lets you rent your cards. You can play rent unlimited Magic cards for the leisure for one low monthly price. Borrow any card anytime for your current homebrew deck. Whenever you're ready to try something new, easily swap it out. Mana Traders is awesome. I won a couple years ago. They done a New Year's raffle, and I won a year's subscription to their account, and I've just been addicted to it since then. I literally sold my online collection, bought a new computer, bought a new TV, all sorts of stuff, and like let me pull this over to the side. I want to make sure that I'm not showing anything that can't be shown. Is there anything here? Yeah, I don't want to show that. Here we go. I can show this. And the cool thing about it is, you can recharge your wallet by selling them event tickets. So the treasure chests you open, you can just keep paying for your Mana Traders account with. So you don't actually have to ever spend cash if you've got some tickets, which is really nice, especially for a poor person like me. They even have a referral program where you can refer other people. You can sell them Magic cards. They do paper rentals too. But yeah, plus 20% bonus. So like when I'm selling tickets for cash, I sell them for 0.9. They buy tickets for 0.9 here, but you can get plus 20%. So basically you can get 108 out of your tickets for your next account. So you make 18 cents a ticket, converting them for your monthly thing. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, no, Mana Traders is awesome. Can't recommend them enough. They have a loyalty program too, where like, usually after a new set comes out, it takes a week before they can stock the cards to get the new sets. But part of the loyalty program, if you've had them for 3 months or whatever on the one I have, you get the cards the day after the release. So you get the cards pretty darn quick. But yeah, I've been using this program using this service for over 2 years now, and I honestly can't recommend it enough. It is awesome. But anyway, I've rambled enough, and I'm logging offline. I am not sponsored by Mana Traders or anything, by the way, so that's just me saying how much I love the program. I'm actually sponsored by Anareth, by Dragon Nest Games, but yeah, but no, Mana Traders is awesome. There's also a card hoarder service that's I think it's a little bit cheaper, but you can't get a widest variety of decks and stuff. But anyway, I've done shilling, so I'll go ahead and get offline right now. Take care, everybody, and thanks so much for coming by.